Welcome back to the channel, Coins Heritage, where we explore coins from around the world and uncover their history, design, and collector value. Today, we're traveling to Canada to take a closer look at the 1963 1-cent coin. The Canadian 1-cent coin, often called the penny, has a long history dating back to 1858. By 1963, the coin was an everyday part of Canadian life, and it carried a design that became one of the most iconic in the nation's coinage. Let's start with the obverse, or front side of the coin. In 1963, the penny featured a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who had ascended to the throne in 1952. The portrait used was the first effigy of the Queen on Canadian coinage, designed by Mary Gillick. It shows a youthful queen, facing right, wearing a laurel wreath in her hair. The inscription around the portrait reads Elizabeth II GRATIA REGINA, which translates from Latin to Elizabeth II. By the grace of God, Queen. This design was used on Canadian coins from 1953 until 1964, making the 1963 penny one of the last to feature this youthful effigy. On the reverse is the famous maple leaf twig design, created by G.E. Kruger Gray. The design shows two maple leaves on a single twig, a proud symbol of Canada's national identity. Above the leaves is the denomination 1 cent, while the word Canada is placed below. And the year of issue, 1963, appears at the bottom. This maple leaf reverse had been in use since 1937 and continued until the Canadian penny was discontinued in 2012. The 1963 Canadian cent was struck in bronze, with a composition of 98% copper, 0.5% tin, and 1.5% zinc. It weighs 3.24 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Because it is mostly copper, older Canadian pennies like this one have a distinct reddish-brown look when uncirculated, though many examples in circulation today appear dark brown from age and use. Now, let's talk about mintages and value. In 1963, the Royal Canadian Mint produced over 279 million 1-cent coins, which means it is not considered a rare issue. Circulated examples are typically worth face value or a few cents to collectors. However, uncirculated or proof-like coins, especially those taken from mint sets, can be worth more. Prices range from about $1 to $10 depending on condition, and in top grades certified by grading services, they can be worth significantly more. There are also some known varieties and eras collectors look for. For example, small die cracks, repunched mint marks, or double die strikes can increase value, while the 1963 penny is common. These unusual varieties always attract collector interest. In the end, the 1963 Canadian 1-cent coin may not be rare, but it is a classic piece of Canadian coinage. With its youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II and its iconic maple leaf design, it represents a time when pennies were still essential in daily transactions and holds nostalgic value for collectors today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this look at the 1963 Canadian penny, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell so you don't miss our next coin story.